Disclaimer.
So, guys, if you want to laugh on your opponent like Magnus, you should see the video till the end. And that's all. Let's begin. Gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome, welcome all. What if I told you that opening being played right now at the highest level of chess was invented before 500 years? Really? This opening is the Italians game. What makes it so powerful that even Magnus refuses to abandon it, and why are thousands of beginners getting it completely wrong every single day? So now stick around with this video and let's understand how to play the Italian system opening and what are the basic mistakes which are made by all the beginners. We are back, and first for this opening you have to start with the e4. Your opponent plays e5. You have to then do knight f3. Your opponent may play knight c6. Then we have to play bishop c4. This is very interesting due to if you make a control and play such openings, you will get an upper hand in all the games. Like through this, you are targeting his weakest square, f7 square. Why it's the weakest square? Because the f7 square has only the defense of the king, and if you attack there, then it might or will be an checkmate. So these are the main principles of this opening. So then we move on to the next part. That is, this opening was developed around 500 years ago, and the main idea of this opening is to target the f7 square and get an overall control on the central part. As you can see, the knight controls the e5 square and the pawn controls the d5 square. The bishop has the control of the file, which is the second one file. So this is the main motive of the whole game. So now we move on to the next part, and now I will show you some openings which are relatable to this. Then we will learn about traps which you can set up to your opponent and fry him. Guys, now I will show you a variation of the Italian game which I played. So it's called as the Gliocopano opening or the quiet game, in which I will show you how I took my opponent out by playing the Italian game variation, which is the Gliocopano opening. So let's begin. So first he played e4, I played e5, then he played knight c3, I played also the same move, knight c6. Then he removed his bishop. It became a Vienna game, but as soon as I play this move, it is the max liege defense. It's a variation of Vienna game, but then he removes his knight, then it becomes a Gliocopano game, which is the quiet game. After this, I play knight f6. He plays pawn d3. I play this too. I played pawn d6. Then he castles I castle. Then he removes his bishop for a trade. I slide back this bishop for a safe game. So then next he tries to take the control of the d4 square, which is a very important square for the central control. So I recapture it. He recaptures, I recapture, and he again recaptures. I also try to recapture, but then he brings his queen into the game, and in this way I take my queen from d to h4. Through this you can see that there is a developing attack on the h2 pawn, and here on he misses a move. He blunders by playing this move. It's a total blunder, because through this move you can see that the knight attacks the f2 square and the h2 square. So this was a very bad blunder made by my opponent, and in this way I checkmated him. This is the most easiest type of Italian game. So now after this I will show you an example of a deadly trap which you can set up by playing the Italian game, which is the fried liver attack. Then mainly I will show you a famous game played by Magnus or other player to win in their whole career and not abandoning the Italian system. The main problem of the Italian system opening is that the people play this in a very rush, and that's the reason why most of the beginners fail in the Italian system opening. And if we continue on, we can slowly understand that for this opening we don't need a reasonable theory to prove anything. It's just a base of matter of opening. There is no such big theory to learn in this opening, as mentioned before. So let's move on to the next game, which is the fried liver attack. So guys, we are back with the fried liver attack, which is an Italian game attack. In this you have to play the start as an Italian game: e4, e5, then you have to play knight f3, he plays knight c6, then you have to develop your bishop to c4. Then if he develops his knight, which is probably the main move in this position, then if he develops his knight at f6, knight f6, then you have to push your knight to g5. Then if he plays this move to have an control over your bishop and your pawn, so you have to directly capture the pawn in this position. Then he would not risk his queen to get the pawn, so he would most probably play the move knight d5. Then you have to do a vulnerable and brilliant sacrifice of your knight at f7. This forces the opponent king to take it, because if he doesn't, then his queen is lost through a fork and rook. So he is forced to take. If he takes, then you have another great move, which is queen f3, which attacks the king. Now after this, there are two vulnerable positions of the king. If in the first place, if the king goes behind inside the castle of g8, if the king goes to g8, then you can sacrifice the bishop. He has to capture it. He has no way. Then you have to capture his queen. He has to again play the bishop e6 due to it is an forced opening. If you take, then it's a checkmate. Now I will show you the second probability which can happen. Actually, the main motive in the whole game is to force the king with his queen and play this opening. This fried liver attack is used for forking the queen and getting the queen in early out of the board. And now I will show you the other variation. So you have to start again from beginning. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, then you have to play the same move of knight g5. He plays pawn d5. You have to capture his pawn. He captures it back. You have to capture this. Then he is forced to capture it back. Then after this you have two possibilities. If the king goes back, then in case you can play this. Now if he sees a knight hanging free, then he would most probably go for taking it. So as he plays this move, he is done. That's a checkmate. So in any way, by playing the fried liver attack, there is a chance and a possibility of winning in any way. And if you play this opening, then in chess we have a winning rate is 50-50 in a game. But if you play this attack and the opening, then you may have an advantage of 60% of wins in your games. Means in case you played 10 games with the Italian game fried liver attack, from this there is a most probably chance that you would win 60% of this game. Means 6 games out of the 10 games. This is the main idea of the Italian game opening. So now I will show you a clip or a game played by Magnus or Gotham Chess or any other Grandmasters, how they play on that level. So first let's go study their opening and then how we can improve in our opening and what are the basic mistakes we make. I will make sure that you know all this. So let's go. So guys, this is the game of Magnus playing Italian game. So let's see it and learn.
Yeah, we got Duda, which was expected. Let's go for the old e4. And follow it up with the also old Italian game. This is what the kids play, isn't it? But I don't know why I'm playing this. This, huh? I don't know. This is dumb. So unless I run into something nasty quick here, white is usually a bit better. So this guy I'm thinking is like this. Bishop c6. So generally white wants to go here. Yeah, this is a weird decision. I feel like often here both players just end up making a lot of waiting moves. Because you don't want to release the, or at least you don't necessarily want to release the tension in the center. So here I want to go this and not this. Because this is supposed to work for black, huh? There, he wants queen d5. So now e4, doesn't seem convincing. Bishop e3, queen d6 back, and knight e5, and bishop f4. Let's see. Maybe queen d7 just. Maybe that does the job. So bishop g6, f g6. Because of the mate threat here, I'm not doing that great. Okay, knight e5, and then bishop f4. This is what I was counting on. Knight e3, queen e3. Don't see anything for in there. Bishop g2, d5. Queen c4, bishop e3, does not work. So he wants takes a nice f5 move. Square h5 move. G6. I gotta play it faster. Maybe I don't have anything special. So now he's got queen 6 and I have to kind of trade everything. That does not look super convincing. Also, I am spending a ton of time here, but I'm hoping that once the situation gets clarified, I can make some quicker moves. And also, it's it's fun to delve into a position as complicated as this one. I think the position is still equal. I'm a little bit surprised by this. No, at least he doesn't win pawn back immediately. He still has decent compensation though. b4, no, that's not good. Bishop e3, tx. No, it's not convincing. Yeah, he's got good compensation here, unfortunately. Okay, knight f5 is just utter nonsense, I think. Yep. No, this is just complete and utter nonsense. Probably only somewhat worse. Works at 2. It's not disaster. Trying to maybe flag him? Oh, maybe I'm trying to more than flag him. Yeah, he's messed up. This is somewhat problematic for him. You gonna take? No, I don't think he'll ever gain time here. No, could be faster. I wasn't super fast, but it was enough.
So guys, this is the game of Magnus playing the Italian system. He won on time, but you can see that there is an advantage for white playing the Italian system. Now we will proceed to the last phase, which is how do beginners make mistake in this position, and let's see how can we improve on these mistakes. So guys, the first thing in Italian system, you have to make up his, but in this case you have to not castle your king too late in this position. This can means if you castle your king very late, then this can affect the performance of the Italian game. And another thing is, if your opponent plays the move like this, and then I'm playing randomly for now, and then he plays the move like this. But in this position you have to not trade your bishops in Italian game too early. This may result into you losing. And there is one more theory. You have to never push the d4 pawn without any preparation for its defense. In this case, I can push the d4 pawn as it has defense there. And I have the queen's defense also going. That's good. And lastly, to speak in this position is that you have to never ignore your opponent's opening or his counterplay. As your opponent plays a different counterplay, you have to play a different set of openings, or you have to play a different set of moves. This is the main idea. And then if you play it nicely, you play the fried liver attack, then it is good for removing your queen early. But in other position, if you remove your queen early, it may result into capturing of the queen too. So these are the main pointers of what common mistakes do beginners make in this position. So, and guys, to conclude in this position, if you play such kind of openings, you have a better chance of winning. Like, if you play the fried liver attack, you have 55% chance of winning. And it is an old style, therefore most of the people are unaware of this opening. So, if you want to learn other attacks in such openings, comment below to tell what openings you like and which attack you want to learn in this opening. So this is very easy for beginners, as it is easy to learn. Intermediates deep enough to grow with advanced players like Magnus Carlsen. Don't leave it. It has an aggressive position, and if you play it properly, you can have zero defense and you are solid in this position. To conclude, I would say you can play 5 Italian games in a week. Try one trap, which is the fried liver attack. And if you want to learn other attacks in Italian game, comment below. And that's all. Tata, see you, and follow Chess Maniac and make me help people to learn new chess openings. That's all.